Hey there, it is Robin Lynn. I am really excited to see you guys here. I'm going to be coming in and out, sharing a little bit of the nuances here. Today we're talking about freedom. We're talking about having financial freedom in a simple way. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of why I feel so important to share this with you, not just for yourself, but for everyone. I am here to share with you that, aside from this disclaimer here, what I want to run by really fast is that I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about Unifii as a company. I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about the financial products that Unifii offers. Those of you who are going to be tuning in, I'm going to be doing my best to run through all of this within about 45 minutes or so. If you're watching this not live, we're recording this live, but if you're not watching live, you're on Facebook or YouTube, be sure that if you're on YouTube to click the down arrow in your phone in YouTube, and there will be a link, and the link will take you into my or the person that you're on their YouTube channel, their link. And when you click on their link, you'll be able to learn more and get your hands on more information so that you can start to generate wealth in an accelerated yet conservative way. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with you is not where we're giving you advice. We're not telling you how to invest your money or that you even should invest your money in anything that we're talking about today. All of what Unifii offers is information and information-based products that allows someone like you to either share this opportunity with others or for you to use it yourself in a way where you are generating financial sustainability and independence in a conservative way where you know how to grow and protect your money. It is in an accelerated way as well, which I'll get into in just a moment, about learning how to compound and exponentially grow your money. Now, in today's world, there are, I should say, most people, unfortunately, in countries like Canada, like the United States, even in Europe, Australia, countries where you would imagine people are thriving, because what you see out in the media is that the world is thriving in the first world countries. I'm not talking about India or Venezuela. I'm talking about countries where you would normally see people making a lot of money. Obviously, not everybody is able to sustain their wealth. Not everybody is able to live well, because most of the people in the UK, in Australia, in the United States, and in Canada, I'm going to tell you guys, 99% of the population in these countries are struggling financially. They're in debt and they're not able to pay off their loans. Myself, I'm 37 years old and I have student loan debt that if I had known about what would happen today with my student loan debt, I would not have done what I did. I wouldn't have gone to college. I would have learned entrepreneurial skills, which I'm actually applying today. Everything I do now is about sustaining my wealth as an entrepreneur. I'm someone who's generated 6 figures monthly, 7 figures annually. So I've made millions of dollars, but I wasn't able to sustain my wealth. And Unifii allows me to sustain my money, protect my money as I grow it. I wasn't able to do that because I didn't learn that in school. So we just see that around the world, right? We see that the 1% of the 1% are in charge of all of the wealth in the world. It's actually insane right now. We're the United States, where just a handful of people are controlling all of the money that's being flooded into new projects. A lot of it has to do with you, me, and everyone we know, our inability to understand how to live debt-free and how to sustain our money, how to live without being behind, right? Without feeling like we're behind on our bills, on our mortgage, or where we at least have enough money to do what we want, travel, pay off our debts, be able to take care of our families, let alone ourselves, and to be able to have a great lifestyle so we can have this freedom and hopefully give back to others in the world, to do good in the world. So before I go into the details here, I just want to share with you, for those of you who don't know, Unifii is a team of specialists who have put together products in the financial publishing field. They are products that will share with you, with me, with everyone we want to offer this to share wealth building strategies that are tools and financial principles. I call them wealth building principles. And if we understand how to utilize these tools like the wealthy elite do, like the people that you see out in the media projecting this amazing life, if we knew how to utilize these tools effectively, like I'm now doing right now that I've just learned since I've started with Unifii, I now can grow and protect my money. I am on an accelerated path. Even though I generated millions before, I now know how to protect my money and grow my profits in a much more sustainable way. So yes, I made a lot of money, but what it wasn't was sustainable. What it wasn't was protected. So I wasn't growing my money and protecting it like the wealthy elite do. What we're going to share with you in this presentation is, which is the purpose of Unifii, is that you can do that regardless of how much money you've got right now to grow. So you may be thinking, well, wait, Robin, I only have 500 or 1,000 or maybe under $5,000 to play with. So how am I going to be able to grow that? Well, I'll share with you guys how you can start off with $500 and make lots of money happen with just a little bit, and how that can turn into wealth if you know how to utilize the strategies that Unifii provides. So in order to build wealth, you have to be able to, and Robert Kiyosaki has shared many, many times over, that the wealthy make money when they sleep. This is all about compounding and exponential growth, and they call it walkaway income, they call it passive income, they call it residual income. But you've got to know how to generate some kind of revenue, some kind of income, some kind of money while you sleep. The wealthy, like Warren Buffett and all of these wealthy elite, they know how to do that. And they've paid millions of dollars to financial advisors to know how to do that. So there's this emerging asset class, the classes that Unifii provides, that teaches those of you and me who didn't grow up in these elitist mentalities in the 1% of the 1%. Those of us who didn't learn these strategies, Unifii is teaching us these wealth building strategies through emerging asset classes. The other aspect here is accessing the right tools. So I know a lot of you, like me, you go online and you see so much stuff out there to teach you all of these tools. Now, over the past 7 years, I've been able to master my own way of marketing and attracting people online through my own products and services and training thousands of my clients over the world. But what I wasn't able to do was to do that while I was sleeping. It involved me being able to having to show up to my clients and deliver my own products in order to get paid the big bucks. With Unifii, we have to only understand how to access just a handful of tools. Once we know what tools we're utilizing, which Unifii provides, then we can apply those tools and we can learn how to grow and protect our money without having to be a slave to our job or our clients, or have that sales mentality where, like me, I'm able to make 6 figures a month if I'm selling something, but I have to keep showing up and selling month after month after month if I want that money coming in. Doesn't happen if I'm sleeping with that kind of mentality. These tools that Unifii provides allows us to do that. They provide us with a signal, a universal signal. They provide us with research products and really fast and really educational videos that teach us the awareness. I grew up in a upper middle class family and I went to a private college, but I still had no idea how to utilize the financial marketplace. And when I started associating myself with clients who had billions of dollars in their portfolios, who knew how to move their money around, they didn't need to understand, because they already had it set up because their parents set it up for them. That kind of elitist mentality. I didn't understand it. I saw it. I was kind of familiar with how it was an opportunity for them, but I didn't think it was an opportunity for me. So in Prosperity U, Ron Monterulli, who is the founder of this company, Unifii, he created Prosperity University, Prosperity U, that allows us to understand how to access wealth building tools simply and in a way where anybody can understand it no matter their educational background. Even if they didn't graduate high school, even if they didn't go to college or even pass the exams, anybody can learn this. Or someone like me who came at it with like a know-it-all mentality, I had to back up and understand the basic principles and the foundational aspects so that I could grow my wealth. Prosperity U allows me to do that. We also have advanced signals and altcoin reports, which are amazing and prove over time, to be significant in their returns. Everybody gets different results because it's the time you come in, the time you get out, and what you do in between. But overall, these results are significant. The financial principles that we teach in Unifii are also from a baseline of compounding, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that because Einstein has a quote for us in just a minute. But the wealth building strategies here, they're available for us. The emerging asset classes Unifii provides. Once we understand the digital marketplace, once we understand that Google and Twitter and Facebook, which all of you are using, I don't know anybody who doesn't use Google on a day-to-day basis. I remember the days before Google existed, probably you guys do too, but now we've got Bitcoin, right? We've got these digital emerging technologies that didn't exist when we were younger, but they're here now. There's a global acceptance of Bitcoin. There's now where there's a heavy interest in the financial centers, where the big banks, the financial institutions, companies like Comcast, a conglomerate, like Sony, a huge corporation, companies now that are starting to utilize the blockchain technology and Bitcoin to do business because of the digital expansion and also the encryption, because it is safe, it is secure, it is instant. Billions are being invested into the blockchain technology internationally. Bitcoin is thriving in countries with poor banking like Venezuela. It is going insane because Venezuela, for example, was up to over 27,000% inflation. How can a country, how can the people survive when there is an inflation rate of over 27,000%? It just can't happen. How are they gonna come out of that? Now that they're using Bitcoin, they're able to buy books for their children. They're able to send their kids to school. You can read all about it in South Africa and Venezuela and third world countries, India, all over the world. Bitcoin is now helping countries thrive where the economies were destructive. What we also want to look at here is, certain aspects. Amazon moving forward with Bitcoin payments, Microsoft and MasterCard. These companies are starting to integrate. Coinbase, by the way, has merged with big banks like Goldman Sachs, and there's this kind of war between Goldman Sachs and Deloitte & Touche and Morgan Stanley, where who's going to be the first to get their multi-million-dollar clients in. What's happened is that there's a lot of people involved with, of course, Wall Street trading on the stock market. And now what's happening is there are individual companies and individual persons involved with over $24 million and over hundreds of millions of dollars, I should say, per company, per person, flooding the marketplace, wanting to be able to leverage the natural trends of what's going on with Bitcoin. You don't need to understand how Bitcoin works per se. You just need to know a little bit of how to use your money in a way that will help you grow it and be protected. And that's what Unifii allows us to do. And that's what these companies and these individuals, these huge multi-millionaires and billionaires, they're now looking to Bitcoin versus gold and silver and traditional ways of storing value. They're now coming to Bitcoin, and that's why we're going to start to see a huge flood in the marketplace. So the world now is moving toward this global use of digital currency. You guys have probably seen it or heard about it. Maybe you're using Bitcoin already. But Bitcoin now, as CNBC said in April of this year in 2018, Bitcoin has the best chance of dethroning gold as the globe's ultimate store of value. The Winklevoss twins, who created Gemini Exchange, they call Bitcoin Gold 2.0 as a better way of storing value, a lot safer and also a lot more cost effective and environmentally friendly as well. So what I want to just share really quickly is what one Bitcoin could historically buy you. In 2011, it could buy you a pack of gum. 2013, a bag of groceries, maybe organic, maybe conventional. In 2015, could buy you an iPad or a tablet. 2018, a really nice motorcycle. And in 2025, we're looking at something like this, a house in Thailand, right? One of my team members in Thailand, he just built his house in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm excited to go visit him. He's one of my global leaders out in Thailand. So a shout out to my guy, Bjorn in Thailand, who's building his organization here in Unifii. And he's building his house in Unifii because he has learned how to leverage his money, protect and grow his money through compounding, which we're talking about today. Now, we don't know where Bitcoin is going to go, but we do know that it eventually will go up. Eventually, perhaps in our lifetime, $1 million per one Bitcoin, maybe, right? So the more Bitcoin you have, over time, the more money you will have access to. So this right now is all about getting involved, because a lot of people, and I'll just kind of rewind back in time a little bit. I know some of you here may be over the age of 40 or 50, but when I was in my late 20s, I was hired by a woman who was very, very well known in the industry, interviewed Al Gore, was traveling around the world, created a textile company, and she was leveraging a lot of money. And she had enough money to build this huge business. And the reason why she had all this opportunity at the time I met her was because she got in on the dot-com boom. Now, if you guys remember, I missed out on it. But I remember when I was working with her, when she hired me, I had asked her, I said, Marcy, how do you have all of this money to be able to throw at these projects, to fund your businesses, because you've got some huge things going on here? And she said, well, early on I invested. I just had a hunch. I just knew that the dot-com boom was something that I just had to take a risk in. I just had to take a chance in it. And she bought a bunch of dot-coms, actually, a bunch of domain names, and made millions of dollars selling them later on. She bought some really great names because she was like me in marketing and branding, and she just knew how to set that up for herself. So she, months later, and about a year or so later, she ended up cashing in on the dot-com boom. So the companies that came after the dot-com boom, we're looking at Apple, we're looking at Google, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, a lot of companies, and Yahoo actually as well. When Mark Cuban talks about investing early on into companies that went online, like Yahoo.com, and all of these companies that emerged later on, like big time. Amazon, by the way, Jeff Bezos started off, he left his Wall Street career. Yeah, he was obviously a smart guy, high IQ, but he ended up taking many years working in his parents' garage in his late 20s. And he built Amazon in his parents' garage. And he borrowed $30,000 from his parents. And then when he went to some friends and colleagues later on in his early 30s, he asked for $300,000 and was denied by most people who he went to. They laughed in his face, saying, "Yeah, right. I'm going to lose my money before I give it to you." They weren't they weren't excited about the online marketplace, e-commerce space, or doing business online. Most people just didn't get it. There were a handful that did, and those who did obviously were the ones who persevered: Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Netflix. So we don't want to be the ones, okay, we don't want to miss out on this .com boom. When I remember talking to the woman who hired me, Marcy, when she talked to me about making all this money just buying some .com names on the internet and then selling them later for millions of dollars to then fund her lifestyle and her business, I was kind of mesmerized. And I was just like, how come I'm not a part of that? How come I'm missing that? Where am I in a fear-based reality? Most of us are in a fear-based reality when we're approaching life from what we lack and what we do not have now. We ultimately live in the future. We live in the lack. We're creating tomorrow from where we're at today. If we want prosperity and wealth and abundance, we have to believe that that's possible today and come from that energy right here, right now. So we always have to be mindful of our mindset to come from wealth and a wealthy mindset, and to not fear what we do not have, but to connect to and align with the things that we want, and to really start to reestablish our mind from that place. To really establish our mind from that place and understand that Bitcoin is one of those areas for us, no matter what's going on right now in the marketplace, whether we're on an uptrend, a downtrend, a bull market, a bear market, or sideways, consolidated, where the market can't decide. We need to see that this Bitcoin, this opportunity with Bitcoin, is like, as they say, just like a little part of what happened with the .com boom. They're saying it's like insanely beyond that. So the opportunity for us to advance, if we get in early at the stages, the way that Bitcoin is at now, if we were to place it in a genre or in an epic stage of its evolution, most of the experts, if not all of the experts, have said that it's basically like if you were to go to a baseball game, it's basically like the pre-game show before they even sing the national anthem. So before Lady Gaga sings the national anthem, the game hasn't even begun. That's kind of where we're at with Bitcoin. And that's why all of you guys here listening have an opportunity to advance. And if you know how to move your money, if you know how to protect it, and if you know how to grow it and protect it, you're going to be at the top of your game here. So Unifii offers wealth building tools. We offer the Unifii signal. We offer the advanced signal. We offer altcoin reports, which have proven amazing in results. And then of course, Prosperity U that I mentioned to you. And here's just some of the visuals here of what you can expect when you get inside. I just want to share with you that all of these products have, for me personally, allowed me to generate, and I'll be very specific with you guys, but for me, I'm not saying that it's going to be the same for you, because it could be more, it could be less. But for me, I've been able to, on average, generate between $1,000 to $1,300 a month just within 30 seconds to a minute a day. Like literally no time at all. It takes me under about a minute to make that kind of money, because Unifii allows me, it sets me up to do that. I don't trade with a lot of money. I don't use a lot of my money. Again, it's protected by me. I don't give the company money. But on average, I make about $1,200 to $1,300 US dollars just by using the products. And not only that, but it's compounding. So when I make more, I'm able to grow that. So that's where the compounding comes in. The opportunity to learn in Prosperity U, when you come into the community with us, we teach you all about crypto one-on-one. So it's really, really easy to understand what Bitcoin is, how to buy it, and how to sell it very simply and with very low fees. We teach you all about that. The wealth building strategies and tools, as I mentioned earlier, are available, and utilizing the financial secrets of the wealthy elite, that the 1% of the 1% know how to do this, that they've paid millions of dollars to their financial advisors, maybe even grew up with the financial advisor, maybe even have one living in their suite, in their mansion. You know, we didn't have access to that, but now we do. Now we do. And you guys can have access to this, and you can share this with people who you want to help as well, which I love to do. Everywhere I go, people ask me, how do you travel so much? How do you just live off your phone and your laptop? You have this ease. You meditate all day. You go hiking. You meet with people on a Zoom call. How do you do this? I do that because I'm involved with this company, Unifii, and because I've associated with my mind with these tools and strategies that I can learn very simply and very quickly to then help other people do, because this is where, of course, this is how we change the world, right? By sharing with people opportunities that can help other people grow their wealth and become financially sustainable. It's something you can access from any device, whatever phone you've got, computer you've got, you can access it anywhere. I just take my phone and access it. I laugh with people because I say, I go to the bathroom, I take my phone, I do a trade, and I'm done in like 15 seconds or something. Like I do it everywhere, in the bathroom, on a hike, whatever. It's just really easy and really simple. And you don't need to be a genius in order to do this. You don't even need to understand how the money markets work. It's very simple, and that's what we teach you inside Prosperity U. There's a lot that's growing inside the video library here. The other aspect here are the universal signals, which it's a super simple process, guys. It takes like literally seconds a day to set up. You don't have to have any experience in order to generate profits. You not only generate profits, but you know how to protect your money. Because if you come into the marketplace of Bitcoin, you come in, you make a ton of money, like I know a lot of people did, but you miss out on knowing when to turn that Bitcoin into fiat or into something else. You're going to miss out, and your Bitcoin, you're going to lose value on that Bitcoin. So you need to know how to protect your money and when that moment is in terms of growing it and protecting it, because there's a difference. I didn't know that before Unifii. Unifii's universal signal is the simplest way to do that. For long-term trend trading, which takes less than one trade a month historically over time, about one trade a month or so, so that's 12 or so trades in a year, give or take. It doesn't take that much time to make profit. We're talking about profits that anyone, no matter what their schedule is like, whether you work an 80-hour work week like some of our team members do, or you're retired and you're just kind of like on the go and you don't want to have to deal with like being behind a computer all day. This is something anyone can access. I want to be able to also share with you that there are results here from July 24th of 2017. This is through September 9th, 2018. There were 7 total trades. So this is the universal long signal. This is like a macro view between July of 2017 and September of 2018. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We're talking about a really long view. We're looking at 7 trades, and we're looking that 85.7% were winning trades. That's a lot of gain. When we started off with BTC, let's say, for example, you started off with $5,000 US. The end result between July 24th, 2017 and September 9th, 2018, if you started with $5,000 worth of Bitcoin and you utilize the universal signals, which were super easy, 7 trades where you're going in over July through September, 7 trades, that's it. You turned $5,000 into $34,777. Okay, I don't know about you, but without knowing anything about trading, without knowing anything about financial marketplaces, without having a ton of money to throw at an opportunity, and without taking a huge amount of risk, right? You turned $5,000 into $34,777. So that's life-changing, guys. that's just life changing. Now, I know a lot of people who are teenagers who don't want to go to college because they love the entrepreneur lifestyle. Maybe they want to learn coding or programming. Maybe they want to be authors. Maybe they want to teach yoga or have like a retreat center. Maybe they want to work on a farm, or they just want to figure out what the heck to do with their lives. A lot of you have kids like that, right? Where they're like, I don't know if I want to go to college right now. I want to just figure out who I am and what I want to do. For college kids, if you were to gather up from family and friends and maybe their own savings working a waitress job or a barista at a Starbucks, let's say your child at the age of 18, before they head off to college, before they decide to, they have $5,000. And over the course of this time, they turn that into $34,000. I mean, that's insane, because they can start a business with that. They can pay for schooling with that. They can travel the world and learn culture from that. There's so much value here, no matter what your age is. And if you're like me, wanting to save up for retirement, have enough money, not just for a big funding project that you have, like my vision is to have 140 acres of land and an eco retreat center for meditations and business projects, business retreats. I need about $2 to $5 million in order to do that, but I also need money in between to live off of and to make it happen. And in order to do that, I use universal signals in order to save money to fund my passion projects and to have the money I need to start saving for retirement. No matter what your age is, we need to look at that. And most people nowadays, especially in the United States, because of all the debt that's occurred, and all of the student loan debt and all that BS that we're dealing with our debts and the mortgages and all of the stuff going on with credit card debt, student loans, most of us don't have the money we want for retirement. Not many people do. And so having access to something like this, again, we're talking about $5,000 and turning that into $34,000 plus. So if you're talking about and complaining about, fees, $228 in fees with these trades is zilch. It's like nothing, guys. So your total gain was 595%, and your average monthly gain was 15.45%. Over the course of many years, most people don't make over 3% in profit. And that's with like hundreds of thousands of dollars they've saved over their life. This is such a short period of time, July to September, and the amount of percentage gain that we're talking about is it's unprecedented. And it's not a lot of risk. It's not a lot of risk because we're talking about 7 trades. We're talking about $5,000. We're talking about, money that you can afford to lose, or if you lost it, it wasn't like do or die. But to turn that into a lot more money, guys, that's just, to me, it's a no-brainer for me. And that's compared to, because we're talking about trading Bitcoin. Some of you don't know what that is yet. Trading Bitcoin versus just buying Bitcoin and hodling it and holding it. So if you had $5,000 starting off July 24th, 2017, you didn't do anything, right? You just kept the $5,000 in Bitcoin and you weren't trading. You would have ended up with $11,000. Because you weren't using the trades, you weren't trading with it. And, obviously 5 to 11 is great, but 5 to 34 is a lot better. So 595% gain versus just holding the Bitcoin, like buying gold and holding the gold versus trading it. We're talking about a huge percent difference. So the whole process here, again, is learning what works for you and what you're comfortable with. And that's something that anyone here in this community of Unifii, whether that's myself or someone who brought you here, your team members, a leader in this organization, any one of us can share with you more about this in detail and the nuance of it, and where you can come in. But to maximize trades, of course, this is for more experienced traders. We use the advanced signals, and the signals come in, one signal comes in, usually 1 or 2 come in on a day. So we get about 2 signals a day, give or take, sometimes 1, sometimes 2. And we trade to an advanced level because we apply different strategies. We have a Telegram support group. One of my team members, Trader Troy, is actually He's the admin to that. He's the leader in there. And we can get you in touch with Troy. He leads the Telegram group there. So Telegram is such a fantastic way for us to help you and support you when you have questions, and also to give you some insights, because Troy gives you some charts. He charts things out for you to share with you the real stuff that's going on behind the scene. He's a professional trader. He's been doing it for, I believe, over 12 years now, and he has a strategy that he shares with us. This is something you don't have to pay Troy for, but you have access to him. It's like having a professional trader on hand, guys. It's like insane. And the signals that we get, they're prompted through our smartphones, and we get a little ding. If you don't have a smartphone, no worries. You can use it on your computer, and you get pinged every time. You get like a little ding every time a trade comes in that you know, and you know what to do with it because you learn in Prosperity, which I mentioned earlier. You can move from Universal to Advanced if you'd like, and you can chat with us more about that based on where you're at. The signal results really fast here before we close out. Just want to share with you the results. They're very significant. Again, same time frame, July 24, 2017, September 9, 2018. Now there were a lot more trades. So remember in the Universal trades, we had 7. Here we have 228. We have 228 trades. And what we're talking about here with 228 trades, 54% were winning. So over half. We started off again with $5,000 with Bitcoin. We ended with $39,000. So it's more than the Universal, but it's pretty close, a lot more involved. The total fees, though, were $7,000. Our total gain 684%, and the average monthly gain 16.48%. So obviously, we had more wins, obviously more fees involved because we're doing more trading, but the overall percentage of wins was insane. Compared to the buy and hold strategy, again, started off with $5,000, ending with 11, total gain 128. Overall, the advanced signals will prove to you to be much more lucrative because you're trading more and you have an opportunity to win more. The Universal, however, because of the fees in this situation, you actually made more following the Universal, which tells you a lot about what's potentially possible accessing these signals and knowing that these bring results, insane results. Over 684%, guys, is just insane results. So how do you do this? How do you gain access to these tools? Well, we want to share with you that there's also these altcoin reports for those of you who are interested in cryptocurrency, or for those of you who share Unifii as an opportunity because you love it and you're winning and you want other people to win too, and you love sharing opportunities like me because you just want to help other people advance financially with success as well, with ease and sustainability. So for me, I just love sharing with people what I'm doing. People ask me everywhere I go, and I share with them that I have access to these types of tools. And of course, they ask me for my website, and then I lead them to a presentation like this. So what are the most promising altcoins on the roadmap? Unifii gives us those. And I actually checked the other day, guys, and there was a signal that came in, or an altcoin report that came in to consider, and within a week it shot up to over 10.84% profit. So I mean that's huge within a week to make that kind of a percentage gain. The high value here is to look at the undervalued coins that are coming up on the verge that most people wouldn't understand, that what most people just wouldn't see, most companies wouldn't tell you about. Unifii will tell you about, because that's what they're looking for explosive growth. Kind of like how penny stocks work. Unifii does that for altcoins, and they have this analytical approach where professionals and AI, algorithm, and artificial intelligence are evaluating and rating which altcoins are the best to give you the most reward, to give you the most. We also want to share with you that you are always in control of your money. We want to help you protect your money and then grow it. It doesn't matter, I'm going to tell you guys for real, it doesn't matter how many millions of dollars you make if you can't protect your money. I come from experience. If you don't know how to protect the millions of dollars you've generated, all of that hard work and effort, all of the passion and energy you put into certain things to make money, If you don't know how to protect your money, you guys, you're done. You're done, right? Like how do you come out of that? You have to do it all over again, but you have to approach it. If you lost money in cryptocurrency or in the stock market or any business, you'll know that, of course, you need to learn how to sustain your money, protect that money, and then grow the money that you have generated, obviously. That's where the compounding comes in. So you need to know that Unifii, I just want you guys to know that you're in full control of your money at all times. Your money is kept in your own account. Unifii, the company of Unifii, myself, your sponsor, whoever you're working with, nobody else has control of your money. You do. You control your money. Unifii does not make money from your trading activities. Your money is your money. You protect your money. You grow your money. Unifii is just sharing with you insights, tools, strategies, principles for wealth building and protecting your money. They don't take your money. They don't make money when you make money. Unifii make sure that you know how to have control of your money. That's the value of this company, not like those other scams out there or marketing opportunities out there that make you pay them thousands of dollars, or even like those MLMs where you have to buy like nutritional products or supplements or like even essential oils. Even though I love doTERRA and Young Living as a business opportunity, I'm not involved with those opportunities because I really don't, I don't need that in order to survive. I need money. I need to sustain myself. I need to be able to have a great livelihood and to help other people. And if I want to have the basic bills paid and to have the money I need to live an amazing life and to be able to travel and to help people and to do what I'm here to do, my focus is on sustainability in my wealth and protecting my money. It doesn't involve me buying a nutritional supplement because I can get along in my day without needing a vitamin. I can live without it. You can live without it, right? So a lot of these companies, even though they're great opportunities, you guys need to understand that you're not buying into a physical product like that goes to waste or that isn't necessary. Unifii is helping you do something that is necessary, which is to sustain your wealth. It's just that we weren't educated in school to like actually learn that we could be potentially capable of knowing how to grow and protect our money and sustain our wealth. We weren't taught that. But guess what? The 1% of people who know how to have compounding financial accelerated money coming in when they're sleeping, they know that. They just didn't teach us that. So Einstein did say compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. You need to understand how to develop that compounding interest, that it is something that you can do. It is a very basic principle, but we didn't learn it growing up, so we weren't associated with it, right? We're used to being consumers. We grew up being consumers of products, things that we need, even though we really don't need them. But the wealthy elite, if you go to their houses, if you go to the billionaires' houses, because I've been there, you will not see excess things in their house. You'll see the necessary things. A lot of them live modestly. Even if they have a mansion, they live pretty modestly, but they have huge money in their savings accounts, hundreds of millions of dollars. Why? Because they're not buying things they don't need. They're compounding their money. They know how to do that, and Unifii allows us to do that as well. They teach us how to do that in a very simple way. Einstein was not just, like throwing this out in the dark. This is a real thing, that if we know how to compound our money, we can have access to what we see is possible in the world, to actually live an amazing lifestyle, a Wi-Fi freedom lifestyle. Again, every time I travel, people ask me, how are you doing this? It's like, well, because I know how to move my money. I know how to protect and grow my money. I know how to compound my money. I'm making money when I sleep. When I wake up, I have more money in without me having to sell something. I want to share with you guys really fast here the universal signal, the compounding calculator. So if you started off, I just want to share on average, 1 year monthly average with the universal signal is over 15%, and that's within a year. So for a conservative calculation, we're going to say 8.5%. Let's just say, like, very conservatively, like you're going to make, let's just say you're going to make like 8.5%, just conservative. Even though on average the past year was over 15%, we're just going to say, just to keep it safe, 8.5%. So let's say you started off with $500, and this is again US dollars. So you started off with $500. Let's say you did not touch the $500 over 72 months. So you kept the money in your account for 72 months. You have $500, which for me is like not a lot of money. I don't know for you, hopefully it's not a lot of money. If it is, you know, we got to change your mindset to make sure that you understand $500, not a lot of money. So $500, not a lot of money. If I lost $500, I'd be like, oh, well, okay, I'm not going to cry over it, right? So $500 over 72 months, we're talking about 8.5% gain, just to be safe. Again, Universal Signal gave us 15.45, but just to be safe, 8.5% profit. You would have turned over 72 months with an 8.5% monthly gain. You would have turned $500 into $177,791.57. $177,000 over 72 months using the Universal Signal, which comes out like 7 times a year. $500 started with. If you add $100 a month to this value, we're talking now about compounding, guys. Guess what you would have made? $594,848.19. Now, obviously, this is just to share with us, to illustrate the value of compounding, the value of how like a universal signal that Unifii offers can help you and the people that you care about. You know, even if you've got a career that you want to keep, even if you've got a business that you're like, you know, I'm going to keep my business around even if I'm making this kind of money, that's fine. Play it safe, guys. No need to jump ship on your business or career or sales job yet, okay? But I just want to share, this morning, a woman reached out to me who knew me from my career about 10 years ago. She saw one of the videos I did on Facebook Live. I had a video talking about walkaway income, compounding growth, and exponential growth, how I know how to protect and grow my money like the wealthy elite. So she reached out to me. She said, I met you about 10 years ago. I now remember, you know, we were talking this morning. And she's got 3 children, 3 kids. 2 of them are in school. 1 of them is 2 years old. She was asking me what she should do because she wanted to open a dance studio, but she had no money to do it. And she said, what do I do? Because I have a passion. I want to teach dance and yoga, and I want to do something I love, but I have no real money to do it. I don't know what to do. She said, and you talk about, you know, these wealth principles. How do I do that? How do I get involved where I'm not like screwed, because I know how hard it is to build a business and I don't have the money to throw 200 grand in. So I want to share with you guys, no matter where you're at, whether you're making 6 figures in a sales job, whether you're making 80 grand in a career or over $100,000 in a job, or even 7 figures in your business right now as an entrepreneur, like where I was at with my business, generating millions of dollars a year, it's great. But a lot of it is very stressful, okay? A lot of it is like where you have to deliver, and it's not like this walk away, passive, residual thing happening where you're making money when you sleep. This opportunity allows for you to do that. I'm not saying to stop doing what you normally do now to make your money. I'm saying if you added this into the equation, only because it takes like 7 trades within a year, so that's like 3 minutes every month out of your day, like 3 minutes one time a month. Like it's just, I know sometimes it's hard to believe, but I just want to share with you that these results are real. They're results that I'm getting, that my team is getting, not the same exact results because it all varies, because things are moving around. It depends on when we come in, when we come out, how much we're working with. But overall, like these numbers are honest and real. And the data that I just shared with you earlier is actual real data. Okay. So we don't know where the Bitcoin trends are going to be going. We do know that it goes up and down and that it eventually will go up. Tim Draper, the venture capitalist billionaire, amazing guy who has tons of Bitcoin because he believes in it. He does believe, honestly believes that in the year 2022, which isn't that far away, 6 years away, guys. So between now and 6 years from now, he believes that Bitcoin's going to go up to $250,000. So the more Bitcoin you have, the more money you'll have later. We're talking about a long-term view, macro view. We're not talking about like between today and tomorrow. Obviously, it grows over time, and that's what we want to look at. That's why these principles that Unifii provides are so powerful with the compounding, because we want to be able to save for retirement and have a somewhat conservative view, but have it in an accelerated way, right? We want to be able to grow between now and the end of our life. Like, we want it to grow as much as possible to have a great life. Most people I know of, they think about their lives as far as like, I have my job or business now. Maybe I'll have enough money to retire when I'm 72, and then I'll travel. But guess what? They turn 72, then they need knee surgery, then they find out they have some like cancer disease. It happens, or their husband passes away, or they get sick, or, you know, things happen, like tragic things happen all the time. We don't know what's going to happen to us physically with our bodies. We're going to get old, we're going to get sick, our bodies are going to start to fail. Some of us may not make it to 70, right? We don't know that. So we want to be able to have an accelerated path to making money between now and the end of our lives, whenever that could be. But we want to do it conservatively, where we're not like just hastily throwing money at something and wondering what's going to happen. We want to be able to control our money and take advantage of opportunities like Bitcoin and Unifii's product suite to be able to understand how to really leverage this in a mindful way. Unifii, the owners are from Canada. They're very mindful. They're not like a lot of the business professionals in, you know, other parts of the world that like don't care about you. They even have a nonprofit called Unifii Cares, the nonprofit arm that helps other third world countries. It's like the educational backbone of this company is insane, but the aspect here is to teach you, to train you, and to help you help other people as well, because that's what we're all here for, right? Helping each other, hopefully. We want to be able to share that everybody has an opportunity, no matter how old they are today, to be able to save up enough money for retirement and to live a great life. But most people don't believe that. They wait, they put it out, and they hope and cross their fingers that they're going to make 3% over the course of their life, even though their financial advisor takes a crap load of money. If you added 200 to this mix, you make over $1 million over 72 months, just starting with $500, guys. Like, again, you're making on average 8.5% per month, but the universal over that year was over 15.45. So this is being conservative. You can have money for retirement. You don't have to bust your butt to work like to the point of exhaustion and fatigue, and like never seeing your kids and your family, never seeing like your loved ones. Like, you don't have to live that kind of life. You don't have to. And again, it's your choice. It's always your choice. A lot of times it doesn't feel like our choice because we're like limited sometimes by our circumstances. But I want to let you know that there is so much here for you to learn from, to grow from, and to protect your money so you have more to compound it. And again, to make a little bit or a lot of money while you sleep. That's the goal. That's the goal, so that you have some walkaway income, so that if you decide to stop working, you can, because you have the money to back your life. So managed financial accounts, a lot of people hire financial advisors. I tried doing that. They asked for a crazy crap load of money. I was like, well, how much money do you want for my money? What are you going to do? Like, are you really going to help me? Doesn't really feel that way. It felt kind of schemy. It is a long-term strategy, obviously, between now and the end of my life. But the average fees that you can make, 3.1%, you know, yay. Like, really? Like, over the course of my life versus 15% in a month, like that's crazy. You get to keep only 50 to 60% of your gains because the rest goes to your financial advisor or the company that you're paying to help you. And it's also, the money is vulnerable to market crashes. It's not protected. It is not protected. You saw that in the 2008 crash. Yeah, we saw that. And also you have limited access to your funds. I traded in the stock market and I can't touch my money till I think the age of 54. I'm 37. I made a little bit of money. I can't touch that money. Unifii, with what we have access to, is so different from that. So there's a lot of crypto coin schemes out there. I understand. I was actually involved with one of them, and I didn't know it was a scam. I didn't know it was a scheme because I didn't understand. I got into it and I was like excited, just like, you know, millions of other people were, but it crashed. And the reason why it crashed is because, you know, it had an accelerated strategy, which everybody likes, but the company shut down because they couldn't afford to pay what they promised. And then they left. They disappeared with all of our money. Overall, 94% of these companies have been known to shut down. They come up, they take your money. Again, Unifii doesn't take your money. And then they go away with your money. You may get a little bit at first. It's a tease. But it's not worth it, obviously, if you're losing a lot of money and you're having to give your money away to this company. Not a good thing. You never want to give a company your assets. You never want another company to have control of your money. It's destructive. It defeats the purpose. You don't even have access to your funds. The company does. They could walk away with it. Again, my suggestion is never to be involved with anything like that. Never give another company access to your money. Ever, ever, ever. So Universal Signals, Unifii, again, accelerated long-term strategy to grow and protect your money. It's a strategy. It's an accelerated one. But it's a specific one that will help you protect and grow your money. Again, you are the one that keeps your money. You don't give your money to anybody. You don't give your money to a company. You are in control of your money, and that is why this opportunity is so powerful. Now, you also get to profit from market crashes. So unlike this first opportunity in the traditional markets where, you know, you have a great financial advisor, sure, like, you know, they've been known to help other people get really wealthy, sure. You know, usually in that situation, you need a lot of money to make a lot of money, but also you're losing. They win. Unfortunately, they win, but you lose in market crashes. So with Unifii, you actually profit from market crashes. And you're in full control of your money all of the time, 100% of the time. So a lot of you, I understand, and a lot of people who you are approaching. So if you're in Unifii already, you know, a lot of you are, you know, you've come to me and you've said, Robin, I have all of these people in my network. Most of them tried to, but they haven't even started preparing for their retirement. And they're like in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. So that's kind of a problem. It gets kind of tricky because we get nervous, right? We get into that fear-based mode, and we don't want to operate from fear or from worry or from stress, because that's not going to make our lives better. It's just going to bring us more of the same. So the question that a lot of people have is, can Prosperity U and the strategies that Unifii offers, Unifii Signals we went through and broke down here, can it help me get caught up or even better to retire sooner? And the answer is that the Unifii's Universal Signal, the technology that we've got for proven financial principles, wealth building strategies that we've discussed today, it can knock decades off any retirement target, and without needing to trade large sums of money. We talked about having $5,000 or $500. You don't need a lot of money to be able to have a lot of money at the end of a few years, and hopefully within about a 5 to 6 year period, you've been able to turn 500 or 5,000 into millions of dollars with compounding and accessing the technology that Unifii provides and the strategies. So in order to get started with Unifii, for those of you who have not yet, obviously you're going to want to reach out to the person who brought you here. If you're on a YouTube video or a Facebook video, specifically on YouTube, if you're on your phone, you're going to click that downward triangle there's going to be in the description bar in YouTube, you're going to see a link. Many of you may be on other platforms watching this video, so you'll want to reach out to the person who referred you to this video specifically. But if there is a link somewhere around this video, again, downward triangle on YouTube, click on that link to learn more about how we can help you get started and to get access to these products to start right away. So a one-time fee, if you're a customer, you pay $279.95. Under 280 bucks. Now, I personally have no recollection of anything out there where I don't have to buy a product and spend literally thousands of dollars on products that I don't need. Do I like supplements? Sure. Do I like really great, awesome products? Awesome, yeah, I do. I really do. Do I need those things? No. What I really need is to know how to make money and protect money. I love it. I love knowing how to make more money and protect my money in an effortless way, because that frees up my energy so I can travel, so I can meet people, so I can help people, so I am not stressed out in the world. Because if I'm not stressed and I go to the market and I go buy my organic groceries and I'm not stressed about, first of all, paying for my organic groceries, if I'm not stressed and I meet the cashier who's behind a cash register, okay, and I'm sitting there making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in my sleep, and I meet this cashier who's like having a really bad day because they're making maybe $15 an hour or something like that, you know, just getting by, you know, like, and I'm in a bad pissy mood because, like, I don't know, like whatever it is, if I'm in a stressed out mood, am I going to bring that woman, am I going to bring that person's life into a state of embetterment, or am I going to make her life worse? Like, am I going to bring her feeling like, oh man, like she's feeling like she doesn't want to work there, like she hates her life, she hates her job, she hates everything about everything. Like, if I'm in a pissy mood, and I bring that everywhere I go because I'm stressed out about my money, I'm going to bring that to other people. And then that just creates that chain reaction, that domino effect. And that's why the world is messed up, because we go out into the world and we have this pissy attitude if we're stressed about money. I don't know how many times I hear relationships and marriages break up because the couples can't come to terms with money, because there's always this fear or this stress, or you get into trouble, or when you're mingling funds as a couple and then, you know, things happen, you know, there's a lot of control that goes into money. And in order for all of us, each individually to have control of our own assets, to be able to grow and protect our money individually, regardless if we're in a marriage or a partnership or just single and alone, like no matter how many children you have or don't have, you want to be able to protect and grow your money and to have enough money for yourself. And if you go out in the world and you're happy and you have a smile on your face because you're not stressed and you're excited, and you just like bring the world joy because you're just like out there being it, you're going to make everybody else feel better, and you're going to bring confidence. And if you have access to stuff like this, like Unifii, you may even have a conversation with the grocery store clerk and share with her the opportunity that she could have, again, not quitting her job, but being able to make extra money and see how that can go, right? So you're giving people an opportunity. You're allowing this avenue for people to really have access to more and to be able to grow. So having access as an affiliate allows you to make money. I'm going to share with you more about how to make commissions in Bitcoin as an affiliate with Unifii. I'll share that in a follow-up video. And that's just an extra 29 bucks, $29.95. So we're talking about less than $400 to generate commissions. And I'll just give you like a little spoiler alert here. Unifii pays 70% to you as an affiliate. I love being an affiliate for Unifii, and I'll share again more with you about all about the compensation plan. There's only a monthly recurring fee of $79.95 a month, and I pay that out of my commission money, so I don't even think twice about it. 80 bucks a month for me to get access to thousands and thousands of dollars coming in a month to literally millions of dollars to have access to a retirement fund like that, it's just a no-brainer. I don't know any product or service that helps me make money and grow money that is this cheap. I actually believe that the product should be worth, or it is worth more, but I believe that they should charge a lot more. I don't know if they will. Right now, this is the price. I believe that it's the cheapest that you'll ever find anything that allows you to make money in this kind of way and protect your money and learn all about the way that Unifii's strategies help you grow wealth, principles, and accelerate your wealth in a conservative way. I just don't know anything else that is this inexpensive, that is this valuable. I love the product. I use the products. I always recommend things that are important to me, that are valuable to me. I never, ever buy anything or recommend anything that I don't believe in, that I don't use. I'm like a vegan, organic, gluten-free type person who's eco-friendly, who just loves to try to like live this great lifestyle and eco-friendly type of way. And I'm just really big on trying to support companies that are doing good. And this company is one of those companies, and that's why I'm just like in love with it. So I just want to welcome you to the Unifii family. For those of you who are not yet in the Unifii family, hopefully we can welcome you to the Unifii family. And if you need more information, you want to chat with someone personally, absolutely go to the leader who recommended you here. Go to the person who recommended you here to chat more with. Click on the link under this video if there is one, so that you can get some more info, or just literally get access and put yourself in the place like I'm at, where you're able to generate some profits and protect your money. And if you want to become an affiliate, definitely reach out to one of the leaders here. Myself and many of the people here can help you accelerate your wealth in a conservative, mindful way. This is the time, guys, if there was any, where you are able to generate wealth and help others as well. I'm Robin Lynn. It was a pleasure. I'm so grateful that you guys joined us today, and I'm so grateful that you invited people here to learn more about this opportunity, because it is one that you don't want to miss. Bye for now.